Hello everybody, Christian from Treasure Town here, and today we're going to be talking all about the Georgia State Quarter. Now, these were made in 1999, and most of them are worth 25 cents, but there are also some of them that are going to be worth hundreds of dollars, and I'll be giving a survey of any of the known errors, varieties, conditional rarities, and basically tell you everything that you would want to know, how you can search these for things that would make them better. So I'm super excited to get into this presentation. You'll definitely learn something about the coin, so we'll head over there now. And here we've got the Georgia Statehood Quarter. I'm not going to spend too much time on the design, but the peach on there is the Georgia State fruit, really well known, sort of part of Georgia. Wisdom, justice, and moderation being their motto, but you can pause if you want some more information. I do want to just get into those varieties where if you're looking closely, in this case, it's not the most obvious, but there are some cooler ones. Here we have a doubled ear. That's something that's relatively common on the Washington Statehood Quarters. More popular on the Lincoln penny, but here, it can still make a coin that otherwise would be worth 25 cents, worth, $5-10, something like that to collectors. This one is a little bit more of a clear doubled die, and I think is more valuable just having a stronger doubling on the underside of that ear for the 1999p. And there's also a reverse double die. It's a very thin spread, but you can see it certainly in the top of the leaf. So that's really the focal point for this one. And these are not super well known varieties, but they do exist and you should be aware of them. For the Denver mint, there's also this double die obverse. Again, not a huge separation. I think it would get really valuable if it was as clear as like a 1984 doubled ear penny, but in this case, not really, still not having too much value beyond $5, $10, but that's pretty good if you ask me. In terms of the conditional rarity, you want to get Mint State 67 if you're submitting this, and Mint State 68 is really the goal. So these are going to be basically flawless coins if you do submit. I would be careful in terms of just sending in something that you think looks shiny. It really is going to have to be a nice coin, but that Mint State 68 payoff of about $5,000 is nothing to laugh at. Then in terms of the clad proofs, this one's toned beautifully and I'm sure has a premium. Most of them are never going to be worth submitting, nor will the silver proofs be worth it, because it's probably people submitting at bulk rates where they're getting them slabbed for $5 a coin, $10 a coin, and they're pretty confident in their skills of getting 70s. I think it's best to just keep these ungraded if you have one raw. Now the really valuable Georgia quarter is going to be the 7,200 experimental planchet that recently sold. Really nice condition. They were testing out different planchets and planchet compositions for the Sacagawea gold dollar that was released in 2000, and they use the quarter dies often to strike those. So they're all types of different metals are in them, but they're certainly classified as experimental. Very rare to think that they could be out in change. I mean, maybe a collector could pass away and somebody would spend it, but they're clearly very different from what a normal quarter looks like, but the value is pretty strong. So the other ones, we have some other errors here. This one's really neat. It's struck off center, double curved clips. So the double curved clips would have occurred first, and that's when the planchet stock, like a big sheet of metal, doesn't properly move forward and gets struck by, they're cut out with those planchets. $325 here. So that one, and then once the planchet is deformed, it's going to be more of a reach that it would end up getting struck properly. It's easier for it to be off center a bit, and that's what happened here. There's also going to be a quadruple struck error that I think is a really appealing error, just because you can see so many different impressions, 3 clear wisdom ones, but there's also like a fourth United, if you can look closely, sold for $780, and I think justifiably. On the state quarters, there is much higher prevalence of errors in 1999 to about 2001, 2002. Then it starts getting a little bit more challenging as the mint quality control ramps up. And then lastly, we've got a late stage blockage, so a coin stuck to the other side of the die, the obverse die in this case, and you see the reverse impression, but it's super late stage, so it's been striking tons and tons of different coins. This side looks normal, the other one ends up getting hit with, and at this point it's inverted, but also this Georgia design, and it only sold for $170, so it shows that you can have some really interesting, cool coins out there that otherwise, that aren't extremely expensive. So the errors are always some of my favorite stuff to go over. Good to know about conditional rarities, and then also both on the P and D mints, there are some varieties to be searching for. Hope that this was helpful, and I'll see you in some similar videos in the future. Thanks for watching the video. I'd encourage you to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel to stay updated. I've also got Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, so you can follow me there. TreasuretownYT.com is the main channel website. Definitely give that a visit. I've got a lot of information about me up there and the channel. CoinGrabBag.com as well currently redirects there, but it's some good opportunities for very fair grab bags, both made by me and other sellers. A lot of different options, so that's a good way to support. There's also TreasuretownCoins.com. In the future, my coin dealing operation will be done out of that website. CoinMeltPrice.com for updates on the melt prices of your coins, both US and world. A lot of resources in that website. And then CoinsMetalsCards.com being developed right now as a marketplace and news source for coins, metals, cards, and collectibles in general. So I'll see you on my future videos. Looking forward to seeing you there, and hope you have a good day.